All right, let's get right to it. You're a CEO, a founder, a principal. You build companies, you run teams, you execute flawlessly in your world. But then you come to the market, and something's just off. That mastery you're so used to feels like it's a million miles away, and frankly, it's frustrating. The problem, though, isn't what you think it is.
See, this has absolutely nothing to do with how smart you are. The market doesn't care about your IQ, and it doesn't care about your past successes. The real fight isn't out there on the charts. It's right between your own two ears. It's a battle against mental programming that's literally been hardwired into us for survival, programming that is catastrophic when it comes to trading.
I mean, really think about this for a second. Your decisiveness, your gut instinct, that relentless drive to win, these are the very things that built your success. But in trading, they become weapons pointed directly at your own account. What if I told you that the very mental architecture that makes you a high achiever is precisely what's sabotaging your results? And this right here, this is the invisible enemy, cognitive bias. Think of it like a bug in your mental software. These aren't your personal flaws. They're universal glitches in human thinking that run silently in the background. They're the reason you hold on to losers way too long, cut your winners short, and chase trades you know you shouldn't. They are the silent killers of trading accounts.
Now, of all these mental bugs, there's one that is especially dangerous for disciplined, successful people like you. It's the one that feels great in the moment, but it's quietly planting the seeds for total disaster. It's the trap we call dumb luck.
It's called outcome bias, and here's what it is. It's our brain's lazy tendency to believe that if we got a good result, we must have made a good decision. So you make money on a trade, you think, I'm a genius. You lose money, you think, I did something wrong. That kind of thinking is dangerously simple and incredibly expensive. Look, a professional knows you can follow a perfect process and still lose a trade. That's not a failure. It's just a bad break. It's a statistical cost of doing business. But the amateur takes a win from a terrible process, from pure dumb luck, and they mistake it for skill. This is without a doubt the most destructive trap in trading because it rewards bad behavior. But here's where it gets really ugly. That one lucky win doesn't just sit there by itself. Oh no. It kicks off a chain reaction, a cascade of other biases that work together to systematically destroy your capital. Let's walk through exactly how this happens.
First, that lucky win hits your brain like a shot of adrenaline. Boom. Overconfidence kicks in. You start thinking you've cracked the code. You feel invincible. And those boring rules about risk management? Those are for other people, right? You've got this. That's the first domino to fall.
And that overconfidence feeds directly into the next domino, recency bias. Your brain latches onto that recent win and gives it way too much importance, ignoring all the data that came before it. You stop seeing it as luck, you start believing it's a new skill, that this hot streak is your new normal.
And all of this leads to the final, inevitable destination, the doom loop. You keep chasing that feeling from the lucky win, constantly tweaking your strategy, getting more and more confused, until, bam, the margin call. And the craziest part? It all started from one single lucky trade that you completely misinterpreted.
So, how do we fix this? What's the way out? Well, the answer isn't another strategy or some magic indicator. The answer is to stop focusing on outcomes altogether. The solution is a radical shift in your thinking, moving away from being outcome-focused and becoming relentlessly execution-focused.
Let me be clear. The solution is not another indicator, not a new guru, and it's definitely not more hours staring at a screen. All of that is just noise. The real antidote is to install a rock-solid, non-negotiable process. It's about building a system where your success isn't measured by the P&L of a single trade, but by your ability to flawlessly execute your plan.
At STOA, we call this your operating architecture. I mean, think about it. In your business, you have systems, you have frameworks that govern every action to ensure consistency and remove guesswork. Why would trading be any different? This is the STOA framework.
The STOA framework is a 4-step architecture, and it was designed specifically to counteract the biases we've been talking about. It's simple, it's clear, and it's actionable. Step 1, document every action. Step 2, define inviolable rules. Step 3, focus on flawless execution. And Step 4, detach from the outcome.
Now, here's why this actually works. Each step is a weapon engineered to neutralize a specific bias. When you document your actions, your thought process becomes visible, and you can't hide from your biases anymore. When you define inviolable rules for risk, you prevent those emotional overrides. Focusing on execution forces you to kill outcome bias. And finally, detaching from the outcome allows you to treat a loss like what it is, a simple, unemotional business expense, just like any other overhead in your company. This is how you trade like a professional.
If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're serious. And that's exactly who STOA was built for. Here's the deal. We don't accept everyone. We run on an application-only system because we only work with people who are ready to operate at the next level. So, if you want to stop wasting hours chasing noise and instead run a proven, documented process that gets results in less than 90 minutes a day, apply now. There are limited seats, and once they're filled, they're gone for the quarter. Click the link in the description, fill out the short application, and let's see if you're a fit. If you're watching this, my guess is you already know you should.